feel it or not. You can say what you like. When I'm finished, gon' say what you like.
They say nice guys finish last, right? Well, I'm nice on the rhymes. You know, Rob's nice on the beats. Come on now. But I guess every dog got his day, right? Yes, sir. Fuck that shit. We taking this whole year. Maybe the next 3 or 4, but we'll start with 2009. Catch up. Quiet down, hoes, watch your mouth when you approach me. The host with the most, but my motion low key. I lay back in the cut and blow trees. I'm cut from a different cloth, clothes with no seams. My seamless flow seem to be the reason they speak in my name like Jesus, he be basement. It don't make no sense, but one day it might. I paid my price, staying tight through day and night. This kid Cudi been in, this man Snuggy been on the bench, spending his money on gin rummy. I've been hungry, just rubbing my big tummy like this my world. Squirrels is looking a bit nutty. You sick, buddy, not in it for big money. I'm in it cause I spent the last of my rent money. I can see it in their face, they know it's getting ugly. Cause now I'm all my memories getting a little fuzzy. I'm the newest on the scene, but the hardest one to catch. The haters feeling it deep, hit the heart up in their chest. I'm the rookie of the year. I started as a vet, take a look, looky here. Party where I step, it's the year of the nice guy. Yeah, I'm a nice guy. That's why these hoes looking shy when I slide by. It's the year of the nice guy. Yeah, I know I'm a nice guy. That's why I'm looking real sly when I slide by. The best back in the best shape of my life, like the checks cash and now they paying the price right. In showdowns I showcase my skills, throw weight around my weight in pounds, tipping the scale. There ain't a clown making his rounds fucking with me. I've been nice since a nuisance and sucker MCs. Fuck a freestyle, I don't do nothing for free. Even though this rap shit, it ain't nothing to me. I'm like, another beat to beast, okay, I got that. Another rhyme off the top of my top hat. I know I'm hot, okay, but y'all can stop that. There ain't nothing left to do but bring pop back. Cause I'm an outlaw without the cause. I'm outspoken, outlandish without the flaws. Out going out the reach and certainly out the box. It's getting out of hand cause they getting out of pocket. I'm the newest up in the chest. I'm the rookie of the year. Started.
Something like a morning song, it woke me, dress me up so arms of wind could hold me. Oh, 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 oh. You're passing through a crowded place, I saw you dancing as if no one was around you. Oh, 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 for me. We talked until the night and sun collided. Then we cried cause you had so much love to give. Oh, 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 to me, darling. Just try to get around it. so much good that you can do for me. The morning came again with songs to wake me. I wondered where a day with you could take me. Oh, oh, oh. I never drifted deeper into day sleep, and I just can't seem to get you out my head. Oh, 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 so please, darling, just try to get around it. I hate to see what you go through. Could you wrap your head around it? There's so much good you can do for me. I know that sometimes you get scared about nothing at all, but believe I'm not going anywhere without you to carry me on. So never worry, because it's you that I'm waiting for. Oh, so kiss me, won't you kiss me, 'cause I just can't move on. Oh, I just can't wait no
Hello, hello out there in prime time, Facebook land, YouTube, and what else are we on? Linktree. Or wait, no, LinkedIn. LinkedIn. I don't get much
I
reaction
know
from
sometimes
LinkedIn,
I do, sometimes I don't.
but I don't go to LinkedIn very much. I just have an account there. Let me get the camera on here. How's everybody doing? And the camera's right there, where the green dot is. On the phone. Sorry, just trying to figure this out, but it's not working too well. Let's see. Boom. There we go. Hello, hello. How's everybody doing tonight? We need more light. Norma's on screen. Do you see her? Look at that. We were kind of out of screen though. So
I know.
Scoot
Because it's easier for me.
Well, then you're gonna have to lean into it. So tonight we are going to be talking about the psychology of superstition. All the superstition. Does it mean something? Doesn't it? We haven't really planned anything. We just came up with the title and we're just going to riff from here. So that's the way we're going to work this. If you guys hear the fan, let me know if it's because we should have noise canceling on here, but sometimes it doesn't work. Yeah, we're back for another BTS podcast, breaking the spells, breaking all the myths or the things that are kind of kept our minds trapped or in a prison. And we go over different things here on this program, this podcast, that talk about some of that. So welcome, everybody. Please share it out. Those who are watching live, share. And we appreciate it. Share at least as many times as you can.
And like, you know,
yeah, we're up for questions. We're up, and thank you for the stars. Whoever sent the stars on Facebook.
It was Rosa Timms.
Rosa Tim. Thank you, Rosa Timms. And yes, we do accept gifts. We appreciate them. So if you want to send stars, go for it. We appreciate it. And this is kind of a value for value. So you are the producers. You are producing the show. What about numbers? Yeah, like numbers, like this consecutive numbers, 111, 222, 333. Now we could call it a superstition, but it's actually, that's the clinical name for it.
Well, see, no, actually, a superstition is one of those things that actually has like a magic behind it. Like it's believed for a reason, right? You can maybe do certain things, like people will say, oh, it's just OCD, or it's just this, or it's just that. Well, what's the intention behind it? Maybe it is just some sort of problem that you're having with repeating things or whatever. But usually when you're seeing things in consecutive or a certain number all the time, or anything like if you like a certain number because it resonates with you a certain way, whatever that is, that would be more superstitious, right? You go to that thing because the habit is, or the intention is, to give it that magic.
Yeah, 666 too. That's not an evil number though. That's what the Christians came up with. Like, give me some numbers. What do we need right now? 666. No, it actually means there's a lot deeper meaning that goes way beyond and way further back than Christianity. Each number means something. 6, if you think about 1 through 9, each number means something. Now you can go, 26, 836, or 835, whatever. But those main numbers are the ones you focus on. So anyway, that can be considered a superstition by some, like, well, they're being superstitious. And there's a lot of superstition. It's everywhere.
Many people
like picking up a penny for good luck, or finding feathers and
avoiding
noticing
the lines because you don't want to break your mama's back, whatever it is, right? Mm-hmm. You hear certain things you do just without like really giving it any kind of thought, but there's a reason for those things. Like there's been magic behind them, right?
Yeah, I mean, right here, superstition, the definition on Google is excessively credulous belief in and reverence for supernatural beings. He dismissed the ghost stories as mere superstition. You see that, just excessively credulous belief in reverence for supernatural beings or supernatural happenings. And yeah, we can all get called, superstitious, and that's almost kind of that's like the same as being called a conspiracy theorist,
right?
But it comes from super, which means over, and stare in Latin. So super and stare. I don't know how to pronounce it. Over, or to stand over. That's kind of funny how the superstition's been turned into what it has. Superstition is probably another one of those key terms that's really kind of trying to discredit those who are of spirit, who are in spirit, who know there's a lot more life than just what we see and experience.
Right.
I mean, we experience it all, but we don't see all. So, yeah. Like a baseball player. I've seen baseball players and having these things.
Well, there's superstition, and then
they'll jump over the line, like the baseline.
Well, and that's
on the
where
way back to the dugout.
You kind of jump across superstition, right? Like when you get into certain, they do call them superstitions, but certain spells that they do, rituals, whatever. Superstition is almost like a ritual that we do, right? Like it's understanding the intention in which you're putting in something, and then being able to logically understand why that is, right? It's understanding, believing in that magic while also understanding it like logically, right?
Yes. Yes. So yeah, superstition. I mean, what do you all think? Ravens. What do you think about the ravens, Colette? They're bigger than a crow. Yes, they
Yeah.
are. There's a lot of
But I
ravens
do have
around
a
here.
hard time differentiating them sometimes.
It's like mostly just the size. But ravens are a good thing, but a lot of people, relate them to death.
It's knowledge
But and
and being able to see in the darkness, beyond the
that's true.
darkness.
They see in a weird way. They see in like a silver. I don't know how to explain it. From what I've experienced or from what I've heard or know, more heard than know. And number 13, another one. We were just talking about that today on the live stream. We were talking about the number 13, like hotels won't build a 13th floor. They won't put a 13th floor on there. I've actually been in a hotel where I saw them skip 13. So I think they had like 20 floors and they skipped. It went from 12 to 14. So yeah, there's a lot of weird ones like or sports people, sports fans. They have to wear their jersey or whatever, their favorite player's jersey. And then if they win, they have to wear it every time. And even players, they'll like wear the same underwear because they're on a winning streak. But there is something to it. There is something to that is putting more thought and energy into that place we call the zone where everything just works well and just happens, lost your brother in a 4-vehicle accident, pile up with your mom and yourself, seeing numbers to the Ida count. Wow. There were probably a pattern of numbers then. Bay leaves in cinnamon, Lisa Christ says.
She said of ravens, the ravens were just so many she couldn't count.
Oh, the ravens, yeah. I mean, they do relate to death. They also relate to like wisdom and connection to the underworld.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Thomas says the number 13 came up during a battle and a treasonous act that occurred on a Friday the 13th. Yeah, I mean, but we've held that superstition. And we need to break through a lot of those. I mean, we can use those things. We can use the numbers. We can use that ritualistic kind of side of things where we're just doing things, putting more energy into it by the ritual, by the actions put into it. It matters no matter how you do it.
Right.
I mean, you can learn from others how to do it, but really it comes down to how you
what you associate,
work
what
with
you feel
superstitions
yeah.
or your magic, right? Not magic like watching me pull a rabbit out of my hat. Not that kind of magic. That's an illusion. That's parlor tricks. I'm talking about the depth of soul and purpose and how to manipulate energy while we're here. And a lot of that really comes down to being mindful of it.
Right.
Where's your mind at? When you're, like writing things down. My grandma taught me how to write all my goals down. And it works. Put it in a place where you can see it every day and you can check them off, or at least look at it once a day. Or some people like to really think about it, write them all down, and then they burn them. That's the ritual part of it. It's nothing evil about it. It's just a way that you put energy into something. It's like you're like an artist creates, right? They get their brushes or they have a whole routine about things. Routines, rituals, similar. Hello, Tina. Your daughter was, Kayla Miles says, my daughter was born on Friday the 13th. Tried to avoid that date, but she still came that day. Meant to be, that's right. Anyways, I looked it up and it actually means feminine energy, which is crazy because she's the most funny, most girly feminine.
Little soul.
Yeah.
I know.
Yeah. Sorry, I had a little trouble there. Happy hump night. God, it is Wednesday. No, it's Tuesday.
Yes, it's Tuesday.
Damn, Kathy, you always want to push us a day ahead. It's only Tuesday. Tomorrow. I guess for some people it's hump day.
Every day, something, somebody.
Yeah, that's true. So tonight we're talking about superstition. Putting energy behind something. I'm trying to think of some of my superstitions. I mean, really, my whole world could be a superstition, but things I do. Some people do it like they call them obsessive compulsive. They do it the same way every time. Like they have to shut the door
Well,
three
see,
times
now,
behind them.
if you are in that state where you have no control for it and you don't have any real intention behind it, maybe you do have kind of a neurological issue happening there. But, you know what I mean?
But
If you're doing it purposely for a reason, like how many of us knock on wood just because we need a little extra, you know?
Yep. One more light. You're all darkened out there, back there,
That's good though.
and I'm overexposed. That's all right.
Love the way.
So yeah, superstitions. Let's stick with it. We're riffing.
Yes.
Where do we go from here? I love the song "Superstition."
Yes.
Very good song by Stevie Wonder and Stevie Ray Vaughan. I like both of them. But no, it's just really getting yourself in that mode. Like it's okay to do that. It's not something you need to. Oh my God, somebody thinks I'm weird about it. Right. So what? It's you. It's your path, right? And a lot of superstition is, as I'm thinking about it, has come from. It's similar to a similar term to conspiracy.
Yes.
Or myth. And yes, there are realities we deal with here in this world, but there are a lot of myths that aren't myths. But a lot has been kind of covered or hidden, even just by us just ignoring it and forgetting about it. Well, I won't even say those who seek to enslave us, or those who, not even them. We enslave ourselves in a lot of ways.
Ultimately, we do. I mean, there are certain positions in this particular 3D world we're living in that might give us circumstances that may make things harder, but really, ultimately, it is our minds that imprison us to certain ideas or possibilities or how we see or experience.
Angela Worth Road says, I can't sleep with the door open or my head in a certain position. I was just listening to that song in my head.
I know how that goes, though. I might
superstition. That's funny.
Sleep a certain lifestyle.
Amy Unangst says, I've got the same eyes and everyone thinks I'm stoned. Well, I might be stoned.
Mm.
You never know. But and the light when it's in your eyes, when that ring light's in your eyes, it's just bright. It's really bright. Let me see if I can. Where's my controls, man? They all went away. There we go. Anyway, you're supposed to keep talking while
I'm talking adjusting. Right now.
There we go. There we go. That's a better light. That last one was like, God, made me look like 60 years old. Full moons, yeah, but see, full moons, they have something to them. They have an actual magnetic connection to us.
They
control
the tides,
yes,
and weather, etc.
And in a way, they have a lot of purposes, and I feel like they're asteroid stoppers too.
Mm-hmm.
That's why you see all those dents on the moon. Looks like cheese. It does. Yeah. All the craters. Yeah. There's a lot more mystery to the moon too that maybe we won't go into this time, but.
It says in Italy, there's a tradition where if you bleach.
Do you belch in a restaurant in
never
Italy?
Say excuse me, because I'll get banned from certain restaurants. Well,
they take offense if you belch in a restaurant in Italy and say excuse me. So if you say it, They take offense to it. Huh, I wonder why. I wonder why, Thomas. I've never heard that before. Enlighten us.
Yes.
Enlighten the class.
Really.
I mean, we're supposed to be the teachers right now. Yeah, I'm trying to think of a lot of, like, if a baseball, in baseball, again, sports, if a pitcher is throwing a no-hitter, nobody talks about it and nobody gets near him.
Right.
They leave him in his zone. They leave him
Don't talk
all
to him.
alone.
Yep.
They don't talk to him. They don't say anything about it. Hey, good job. They don't say anything to him. That's a big superstition in baseball. Awesome, Amy. Glad, good to see you too. Oh, my compliments. Okay, that makes sense. So if you belch in a restaurant in Italy, it's an insult, because if you're not belching, then you're not enjoying the food. So the belch is like compliments to the chef.
That's what I think.
Nice. Yeah, I kind of thought that, but I wanted to make sure.
But yeah, excessive.
Quiet moments. That's what happens when you smoke a bowl before you go live.
I mean, my compliments to the chef here in America is a nice belch as well. So maybe you get a little like
Actually, in
that.
America, I think you call the chef or you give compliments to the waitress, right?
Oh, yeah,
You
yeah.
actually tell her
Yes, yes.
compliments to the chef.
But I mean, if I'm Belgian, I'm telling the
I
waitress.
mean, that
to
is a
tell the cook
compliment.
to
It's just
go,
like
"Hey,
when
that
people
was
are
good."
eating, if it's quiet while you're eating in mealtime, then it's
You
good.
know, food is
Or
good.
everybody's really hungry.
Right.
Hello, Ida. So yeah, what more can we say about superstition? I'm sure a lot.
Well,
I didn't
yeah,
come
there's a lot
prepared.
about it. I mean,
I forgot my homework. I left it at home.
yeah,
Wait,
and
I am home.
well, no, it's understanding that superstition is like any other
Dude, get down.
psychological exercise you're doing with yourself, right? Any other, like saying mantras every day, or looking at your goals every day and writing, marking down what you've done. It's really just like any other bit of magic or uh, goal reaching exercises or mind changing exercises that we do, right?
Yep.
It's putting your whole physiological being into what you are doing
We're
in
all
order
half
to
faced,
come out with an
hiding,
outcome.
smoking a cigarette. But yeah, whatever it means to you. Like if I find a penny and it's tails, I'll pick it up or I'll turn it around and just leave it.
Around, yeah.
Because find a
Next
penny.
time it'll be good luck for somebody else.
Yeah, exactly. That's how we do it.
I cleaned the energy. I flipped it out of it.
Cleansed it. You done cleansed it.
But it wasn't meant to be my luck because it wasn't good.
Yeah, because it was tails.
Yeah.
That's a big one. Don't ever pick a penny
Had
up
to be
or
left for somebody else.
any coin up if it's tails. Not
don't know
really.
about
I mean,
that
if it's
one,
if it's a gold coin, I'm picking it up no matter what.
Oh, dude.
Opening umbrella in the house, walking under a ladder. Right, that's another one. Trying to think of some more. Breaking a glass, breaking a mirror. 7 years of bad luck, right? The white feather for angels. Yep. Yeah, these are all messages and just part of the game we're playing. Part of the story we're in right now. These little things matter. The superstitions do matter because they are, in a lot of ways, signs. What did our dog just throw up?
Mm-hmm.
Yikes. Dad? Is he still trying to?
No, he's trying to eat.
Oh, Blue, come on, get out of there.
I
Yeah,
already picked it up.
nasty dog. Gross. Sorry. Dog's having a little stomach issue right now. Walking behind a ladder or under a ladder? Is there a walking behind the ladder too? Step on a crack like Norma said earlier. Break your mom's back.
Right. I don't know why, as a young kid, I used to say that one. It was like some rhyme in my head. Kind of like the hopscotch things, you know.
Yeah, I think he's a little sick. He gorges.
I
his
think he
food,
gets
so
really, really
sometimes
anxious.
Yeah, he gets anxious.
And then he gets overheated and worked up. And then when I put the ice bottle down for him to cool off,
No
it
sweeping
becomes-
after sunset. I haven't heard that one yet. So it's enough about the dog's puke. I think we said enough.
I'm just saying.
I get it. Yeah, you're explaining why he's sick. Yeah, he just gets. These dogs do that. All dogs puke. It's really not a good part of having a pet, but they do. Spilling salt. Well, if you do it over your right shoulder, right, then it's good luck. If you do it over your left shoulder. How about a horseshoe hanging upside down? I think it's where you need to have it. It needs to hang upside down. I've never really looked into the
There's a
myth
lot of
or
them that
the
I-
superstition of that, but yeah, you're supposed to hang one over the top of your doorway. But I think you have to hang it like a horseshoe up, the round part up. Spilling salt is a good one. Yeah, kind of. Black cats are good luck in England. Oh yeah, you just brought up another one. If a black cat crosses your path, since we're getting to close to Halloween, at least everybody thinks we are because there's already Halloween stuff out. But I don't know why you need to plan that.
I guess a month.
Plan that far ahead for it. But anyway,
Some people will plan a whole year.
it's marketing. It's marketing.
Yes.
Yeah, black cat crossing my path, but I broke that myth or that because or they call them old wives' tales,
Yeah.
or there's other names or terms for it.
Superstitions.
Superstitions.
But you have to understand, for that person, maybe every time they crossed black cat's path, they had some, they come from
If
somewhere.
you hang it down, okay, so if you hang the horseshoe down, Angela says, all of the luck is supposed to run out of the house. Oh, okay. So if you have it like round down, right? Superstitious with the color green, was that a good thing or a bad thing? Green is like a green light, right? That's like go. Over doorways, yep. That's right, Glenda.
Do your circles.
Green is bad? Why is it bad? Do I need some more of this? All right, now we're all done with that talk now.
No, why was green looked as bad? Because I
want to know why it was bad too.
green as kind of a better.
You were never allowed to wear any green. Wow, that's funny. I've never heard that one either. Because green does what? It's just bad luck.
Another team, was it like in race car driving? I guess another team was green.
Green is envy in many superstitions, but also love, also the heart, also prosperity. Never heard why, just don't wear green. That is. Well, where are we? No, thank you. This is a value for value show. So if you would like to leave a donation, if you know how to find the link tree, I didn't put it up on the screen. But if you want to donate stars or donate, we appreciate it. You don't have to. It's totally free to be here. Yeah, green is love. And yep. And in the chakra system, it's the heart chakra, right? Never sail at low tide. Yeah, the ocean or sailors have a lot of them too. They have a lot of superstition. Like never kill an albatross, right? Or
I
albatross.
believe a lot of superstition comes from like nature and what someone has encountered a lot of,
Yeah.
or a family or whatever.
A pattern of like, okay, we're gonna stop doing that. Because for some reason, every time we do that, that happens. No, just with anything.
Oh.
Or what's that? That other sailor one. Red sky by night, sailors delight. Red sky by morn, sailors be warned. Yeah, they must have had a bad experience with green. Maybe another team. Yeah. There's so many of them, and a lot of them have a lot of meaning to them. You know, some
But
of
they
them are like
really
a
are
little
like a
weird and strange
personal
and kooky,
thing.
but
Or like a familial thing, or a, you know what I mean?
yeah. We're probably gonna wrap up here pretty soon. It's a quiet
It is a quiet
Tuesday night.
evening.
And maybe Wednesday or Thursday before anybody hears this on the podcast. But I think what's most important to kind of wrap it up is we don't get ourselves too stuck in a superstition or one way of doing things.
Right.
Don't get stuck in a pattern. But it's okay it's kind of fun to have some superstition
But
about
patterns
things.
and
And
like,
listening to
discipline
yourself,
is good,
listening to those,
yes.
paying attention to those patterns.
Right.
Yeah, thank you all for being here. We're gonna probably sign off for now, but thank you. And we'll see you next time for
Much
another
love, y'all.
BTS podcast. Much love, everybody. Hold on. Kathy Graves said we also could eat peanuts in the pits. We could eat sunflower seeds. You couldn't eat peanuts in the
Eat
pits.
peanuts in the pits. But
You
could
eat
eat sunflower
seeds. Weird. Sounds.
Sunflower seed spit was okay.
I'm trying to think of some golf ones. What it's funny with golf, the rules are really like kind of superstitious. A lot of them are really weird. Always, well, I mean, this is mostly etiquette in golf. But no, if you get a hole in one, you have to buy everybody that you play with a drink at the bar after the round. Yeah, a lot of people but they're putting power into that, so it's creating it.
Yep.
All right, everybody, have a good night.
Right.
Much love.
Yes. Much love,
We'll
y'all.
see you tomorrow. Sweet dreams.